Hey, what's up everyone? Today we have an exciting lens to talk about. It's a Fuji 18 1.4 aperture lens. Now this is updated from its previous, well, not updated, but if you use the previous 18 f2, one of the biggest key factors on that one is, yes, it was small and compact, but it did not offer any weather sealing. So any travel photographers out there, it was kind of a turnoff for them. So this one addresses that issue. So we still get a small compact lens, and Fujifilm is saying that it's gonna have really, really nice autofocusing inside of it. So we're gonna test that out. But you get weather resistance in here. Now an 18mm on this APS-C size sensor, that's gonna get us a 28mm equivalent to a full frame sensor. 28, I haven't messed around with too much, but if it's anything like the 35, I know that it's gonna be great for street style shooting. Travel photography would be really great with this one. And then even astro shooters are gonna be looking for this one as well. If you're trying to get beautiful Milky Way photos, 28 is gonna be a real good focal length to have on that one. So this video is gonna be pretty short and to the point. We're gonna get as many photos as possible to show you how this performs, and we'll talk about its performance after we shoot with it. But as of right now, I have little to no specs from Fujifilm. I got the price and then the date that we're able to post this video, and that is it. So kind of looking forward to it, to actually give you my experience with it. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so we just got finished shooting with the 18-1.4, so now it's time for some final thoughts. I overall really enjoyed this lens. Well, that didn't sound enthusiastic. I really did enjoy this lens. I felt like it was perfect for street style photography. I wish I had a little bit longer so I could test it with some astro type work. I didn't get to test that, but I guarantee I would love this one for astrophotography on this Fuji camera. But street style, overall, that focal length was awesome. The autofocusing, I did get the information while we were shooting that this is using a linear motor inside of it. So it was very, very silent and very snappy to jump onto something. There were certain times where I was taking a photo of a building, and then of course we're in downtown, so we got a bunch of people on the scooters driving by. I mean, and it just like snapped straight to them. So if that's what you're looking for, like a good, reliable, silent, fast autofocus system, where you're gonna be happy to know that that exists in this lens. I didn't mention it earlier, but this one does have the new aperture ring on it as well with the hard stops, and it also has the A locking button. So that's a new feature. I believe this is your second prime lens that's gonna offer that on there as well. So you might be wondering where this 18mm fits in the Fuji lineup, but I think it was a very smart move to make this lens because we have our 16-1.4 prime, and this one is gonna sit perfectly in between that 23-1.4 prime as well. So 28mm, like I mentioned earlier, haven't used it too much. If I'm doing street, I typically do a 35. This is giving me that 28 look. I prefer the 28 for a different number of reasons, but overall, very impressed with this lens. So now it's time to talk about the pricing and availability. We got this lens very early on, and we're grateful that Fujifilm was actually able to send us this lens. They're very good about getting us products before the release date. But since it is so early on, we actually don't know the exact date when it's gonna come out. As of right now, at the time of filming this video, it's gonna be announced sometime in May, or it's gonna be available sometime in May. And the price point, we do have that though for you. It is $999.95. So I think that's a very good price point for this prime lens. All the features you get, with little to no distortion. That's another thing that I also didn't talk about as well. But I mean, doing wide angle shots, little to no distortion on the edges. Everything, all my lines were just perfectly straight. So that's gonna bring us to a wrap on this video. And like always, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video.